What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Most Valuable Podcast. I am Mark Williams with my colleague
Victor Castro.
and we are just two dudes who talk real estate and do real estate for a living. Victor, it's finally here. And for you guys listening, potential first-time home buyers, we have some exciting news to tell you today. We have been, man, how long has it been, Victor? How long have we been working on this thing?
Easily 6-7 months that we've been working to put together something that every single one of you first-time home buyers is going to want to take advantage of.
You know what? Let's just cut to the chase. We are launching, if you're listening to this on Thursday at 9 o'clock on all streaming platforms, or you listen to it after the fact, it should already be launched. It's going to either launch before Thursday, on Thursday, or by the end of this week. We are launching our MVP Real Estate First-Time Homebuyer Masterclass, which can be registered for 3 times a week. Okay? 3 times a week. It's completely free, and it's only 25 minutes. It's actually less than 25 minutes. It's 24 minutes and 21 seconds to change your life forever and potentially put you on the path to become an MVP first-time homeowner. Super exciting, bro.
It is.
Congratulations, Victor.
Congrats, Mark.
Man, we busted our ass. If you guys, you may think to yourself, man, why are you so pumped about a 25-minute course? There's a reason why we did it for 25 minutes. And to essentially put, what would you say? Probably like an hour 15 of information. Normally, if we did this first-time home buyer seminar, which we have,
yes,
we've done the seminars in the past in Spanish and in English. Mm-hmm. And those seminars are about what? We talk for about an hour, right?
Usually about an hour. It could be a little less, but it drags on when you're in person. It's a little bit different scenario when you have an audience of people that are actually in front of you versus, a webinar situation where you're behind the screen.
Yeah. So to condense that and make sure that we're not cutting corners, we're giving you the information that you need and getting you on those steps to home ownership, to condense that to this Cliff Notes version of less than 25 minutes of your time. It takes a lot of work.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to lie. We're just a 2-man show here. So on top of helping our already clients in our book of business, I'm sorry, there's like a little fly flying around here. In order to not only do our daily task, right? Already helping clients buy and sell properties, to build this out. And we did it we had help. Shout out to our videographer, Shadow Films, our graphic designer, Brandon. Like, yes, we had some support staff as far as like the videos and the visual, but putting the course together, it was just me and Victor. We're just a 2-man show.
Yep.
And this is something that we've been wanting to do for a while. And I'll let you talk for a little bit, Victor, of maybe give everyone that's listening the rundown of why we came up with this idea and why we wanted to put this masterclass together.
Yeah, so for us, it's convenience, right? We understand that everyone has a busy schedule. You got the kids, you got the wife, you got the husband, and you got work, you got a family to attend to and other necessities to attend to. And finding time to, go to a seminar, like Mark just said, sometimes it's hard to do. You just can't find the time. So we took it upon ourselves to make it easy for you to work around your schedule, not necessarily our schedule. And this is going to give you the convenience of picking one of those 3 days in the week to sit down, have a pen and a piece of paper to take your notes, write your questions that we can later answer for you once you take the actual masterclass. So you're not missing anything out. Like you also mentioned, we're not cutting any corners. We were very thorough in making sure that all the information that is presented to you in this masterclass is relevant information that you're going to be able to take forward with you for numbers of years. Let's say you're not ready to buy right now, but maybe you're ready to buy in 2-3 years. It's still going to be valuable information that you can take and be ready in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. So it's going to be, this isn't, look, we can talk. We talk every week for 30 minutes on the podcast. I can sit here and we can just talk about whatever. And this course is not fluff, right? And in all honesty, we've rewatched the course. We filmed it a couple times. We wanted to make sure that it was clear and concise. Is it the most exciting seminar out there? Absolutely not. It's not meant to entertain. It is meant to inform you, right? This masterclass is, if you take this masterclass, if you and your friend never bought a home, you guys are just renters, you've been renting your whole life, you never looked on Google, you never attended the seminar, and you took our masterclass and your friend did not, you would be able to explain to them how the home buying process works. So you're already past that step. And then the next step will be getting into a home, right? And this is stuff we do with our clients anyway. So not everybody we speak to is a former homeowner, or everyone we help, they have a lot of these questions. And this is part of why we thought about doing this class is it's not only convenience for you as the buyer, it's a little bit convenience for us as well, because we want to be able to help more families. And we want to, in order to do that, we got to, be efficient with our time as well. And we would love to sit down and talk to every client or potential client for an hour a day. But, that could be our whole day. Then we don't have time to actually do what we do good, which is, negotiate and get you guys in contract and walk you through the process and have the exciting time of becoming a homeowner. So it's a win-win for everybody. One thing I wanted to talk about, you touched on a good point, Victor. You said convenience. So we've done these home buyer seminars in the past, correct?
Yeah, multiple times.
In person.
Yes.
What was some of the obstacles and difficulties that not us, but people that wanted to attend the seminar kind of explain I want to work with Victor at MVP Real Estate and Mark at MVP Real Estate, and I saw the ad, the meta ad, the Instagram ad that you guys are holding a seminar. That MVP Real Estate is doing this in-person seminar in Concord at our headquarters. What would that look like? Talk about what the steps used to be for the seminar, maybe how that day of the seminar looked.
So you're interested in attending the seminar. You sign up for it. You know when it is. You are planning ahead 2-3 weeks, maybe a month, to make sure that you are on time at a location that might be, anywhere from 5 to 15 miles away from your home. So you got to drive there. You got to make sure you find parking, which could be a little bit complicated here in downtown Concord. So that was a hurdle that we were seeing. Also, finding the actual location of our headquarters. It might not be so easy for everyone. Not everyone knows Concord like me and Mark do. You would show up maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes before we actually started. You would take your seat. You would grab your pen and paper, ready to take notes, maybe a couple of food that we provided for all of our attendees. And then we would go through the entire spiel. It would take maybe 45 minutes to an hour to go through the entire thing. And every single time we had a seminar, it was different. Even though we had it precise, we practiced for it. We knew what we were talking about. Something would come up where, an attendee would raise their hand and they had certain questions. So it was always a different atmosphere and different experience.
There was always a different atmosphere. And then also the registration part was easy. But I think the point was getting to this seminar.
Yeah.
And we've tried it on different days. We did it during the week. We did it on the weekend once to see if it was a difference. And, each seminar was a little bit different. Some seminars, the actual registration and attendance was higher. Some, it wasn't. I think there was one time where like the freeway was shut down. Like there's all these factors that we can't control.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest thing is weather. Remember, it was raining once on one of them. It wasn't supposed to rain and all of a sudden it's raining. Right? So it's like, you wake up on a Saturday, it's a rainy Saturday. Do you want to get up and go drive 45 minutes?
Do you feel like getting ready?
Do you feel like getting ready and going out in the rain? Probably not. Like I wouldn't. I'd be like, I'll just sign up next time, right? So we took that all to account. And there's some seminars out there. There's some of our colleagues in the area that do the Spanish speaking ones, and they'll get like 100+ people to go to these seminars, which is amazing, right? But then you're also asking 100+ people to like rearrange their whole weekend or Saturday or during the week to make sure they can come to you. We're coming to you now at the convenience of your tablet, your desktop, your cell phone, which I got a question, Victor. Would you say you spend more than 25 minutes looking at your cell phone?
I think we all do. I think we can all agree. Everyone
rhetorical
does.
question. So instead of scrolling through Instagram and sending your homeboys and homegirls memes for 25 minutes straight, you can watch our MVP First Time Homebuyer Masterclass.
How convenient is that?
How convenient is that? And look, there are some things to know about this masterclass, right? It is given 3 times a week. Right now, it's going to be given Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6:30. Okay, so most people are
after work.
Yeah, most people are at work after dinner or before dinner. You can have dinner and watch it. And then we're doing it on Saturdays at 10:30. If you sleep in, you don't have to wake up super early. I think you can have breakfast, cup of coffee, watch the masterclass. You're done before 11. You go about your day, right? And we'll take feedback and surveys. This is a organic type of thing. We're going to have surveys and stuff to listen to the people that are taking the time. If this was a good time and stuff, and in the future, we may do adjustments. But for the time being, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6:30 to 6:55. Not even 7, bro. Not even 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, 10:30 to 10:55. And then have you out and about on your day. Okay? But it is given for those 25 minutes. You can't pause it. You can't come back and, I'll watch 5 minutes now and then I'll watch another, 10 minutes later here and there. You have to sit through the whole 25 minutes.
There's a purpose why we did that.
Yeah. What's that purpose, Victor?
Look, there's just so much information that is being, given to you. I feel like, we work so hard for this. We would hate to have you miss out on that information. So for us to be able to help you, you kind of have to help yourself a little bit and make sure that you take the time accordingly to learn this information, because ultimately you're making the biggest investment of your lifetime. And if you can't go through that 25 minutes to learn this information, soak in as much as you can, write notes and take questions, then are you ready to become a homeowner?
And I think that's a good point, right? And that's something we talked about too, is we talked about, should we just have like people enroll and send them the link to the video and have it like on YouTube out in the universe and let them watch it at their convenience. But we all know how that works. Every human being is a procrastinator. Even those that aren't, I would say I'm not as much of a procrastinator. It's not a big problem of mine. But what's that saying? You give a person an inch and they take a mile. It's the same thing. We've done this. Like I said, we've helped over 100+ people buy homes, and once you're in contract and stuff like that, or you're going through that process, there's some task that we give you, and we've learned from experience.
It's trial and error.
Yeah, trial and error. We learn from experience that if we don't set hard deadlines for the clients that we're helping out, and it's not anything negligent that they're doing. I think you mentioned it before. Life happens. work, kids, weather, injuries, unexpected bills, like all this stuff weighs in. So if you give time between stuff, things just start getting pushed and pushed and pushed, right? Where I don't want to say we're forcing you, but yeah, if you sign up for this, we're forcing you to spend 25 minutes, 24 minutes, and 21 seconds of your life to potentially set you on the path to homeownership. I mean, I don't think it's a big ask, right? That's why we kind of condensed it down to that time frame too. We didn't want to say, it's an hour and you have to sit through an hour.
Or, there's, and I think there's a good moment to talk about it, but there's no secret. There's other agents that may have something similar.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to make it better.
Exactly. There you go.
It's just that simple.
That's
Why?
what we do.
Because that's what MVP does. And look, there's all kinds of other types of master classes, if you want to call them, or whatever, sessions, seminars, workshops,
academies.
Yeah. But how convenient are those for you? We've heard them all, and they're really just not convenient for you. If you have to go through 10 to 20 videos to learn this information, how convenient is that for you? Yes, at your own pace, maybe, but you're taking actually longer than 25 minutes at that point.
Yeah. And here's the thing too. In real estate, when you have your real estate license, every 4 years we have to renew our license.
Yeah.
Was it 2 years for the code of ethics, or is it 4 years? I don't know. I just had to redo the code of ethics.
Something like that.
Right?
Yeah.
What do? We look for the easy way out. How can I just click through this to get to the
end result?
To the end result. And usually, like when you take online courses, that's sometimes you'll just like fast forward through stuff. Okay, there's a screen with some notes. Let me write that down. And you're not really absorbing things. I feel I'm an in-person. I like doing stuff in person. In person, if you go to a live seminar, so if you were willing to sign up for one of these seminars, you can't just pause in the middle. Hey, Mark, can you pause real quick?
I got a call.
Or, hey, something came up. I'll be back in an hour. No, you're going to miss out on the information. So to that factor, that's something that we thought too, is like, hey, look, we're not asking for too much of your time. We want to make sure it's impactful. And look, if life happened and 10 minutes into it, an emergency popped up, it's all good.
You can retake it.
It's going to be given 3 times a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's super easy to register. It's free, right? And we do recommend you do register and you do watch it on. Remember, look, it's a presentation, so there's going to be some slides and stuff like that. It's easier to look at on a bigger screen. So if you have a desktop or tablet, we would recommend doing it on that. But I was also thinking too, you can take it from your phone. And if you want to mirror your phone onto your TV,
that's enough.
You can do that too, right?
Too.
Right. So, and it's we're not going to get into the details of how we have it set up on our back end, but for you as a consumer, just understand that it's super simple to click a couple buttons, choose a date, and then take the class. And if you miss it,
it is streamlined.
Yeah,
guys.
It's streamlined.
It is so easy. It's going to take you a minute of your time at tops to schedule the best time that works for you. And that's it.
And the cool part is we have it set up, and this isn't something that's set up where you register and now you're just going to get spammed by us, right? That's not the intentions of this seminar. If you sign up, you will get notified when your seminar is. You will get notified that you register. And if you missed it, you will get notified that you missed the seminar and be given the link to reschedule. That's it. And if you go through the course, you will find out what the next steps are. And I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you do sign up, this is something that interests you. Say you sign up because you're listening to this and you're interested, but maybe you're just not ready to commit to that 25 minutes. Maybe not now, maybe in a couple months from now. And we're going to allow you to register per quarter. Okay, so you are going to be able to pre-register, a couple weeks in advance if you wanted to. We actually just thought about that today. The day we're filming this is we decided to give the flexibility of giving you quarter one. You can sign up for quarter one classes. Towards the end of quarter one, we'll launch quarter two. You'll be able to sign up for classes given in quarter two, so on and so forth. Okay. That being said, if you're not ready and you click and you don't attend, don't worry. We're not going to call you or anything like that. We're actually not going to bother you. You may just get an email that says, hey, this is the link to register. That's it. That's it. We're not here we don't want to irritate. I don't like being irritated with stuff.
No one does.
If you're just there to inquire,
no one does.
If you're just to inquire and you don't go through with it, guess what? It is what it is. We hope that you like that and that you understand that when you are ready, you can re-register, take the class, right? And then when you take the class, you'll understand what the next steps are afterwards, and then we'll go from there.
That's a big point, Mark, is it's going to be available for ever. We don't plan on not running this, or stopping it. It might adapt to, the feedback that we
based
receive.
on the feedbacks, we may have maybe after, I would say we'll probably let it run its course for at least a year.
Yeah.
And then, towards the end of the year, if we need to revamp some of the information based on some of the feedback, we'll revamp the information, But I would say we will never extend the length of it. I think we're at a sweet spot as far as like how long it is.
Yeah, so it's perfect. It is perfect.
I mean, you can watch it. You can watch it while you're on the toilet. Well, I mean,
don't recommend it, but
don't recommend it. You shouldn't be sitting on the toilet that long. But if it was, if you wanted to step away, hey, you can watch it on your, maybe you work a night shift. You can watch it on your break. You can take your lunch during that time. Maybe you're working a Saturday. You could take a break. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's convenient enough to be able to work around, your schedule. Now, let's talk about, we won't get into the details because we want people to take the course.
Yeah.
But let's talk about maybe talk a little bit, Victor, about like what's in the course.
Yeah. So there's different sections. The first one is we're going to go over the requirements needed to be able to purchase a home, which it doesn't matter. See, this is what people don't realize, Mark. The process to purchasing a home is the same regardless of who you hire to work with. If it's another agent somewhere else here in the Bay Area, it's the same process. The only difference is how different do they explain it to you, and how much do you gravitate to this person that you're working with to be able to accomplish your goal. That is the only difference. So there's no magic, right?
Yeah.
In purchasing a home. The process is a process. This is the goal of the masterclass, is to give you that information within the 25 minutes. So the first portion is the requirements. The second portion goes a little bit into the kind of the proof in the proof in the pudding is people that actually attended our seminars and were able to purchase a home. We want to be able to share their testimonials with you so that you trust this process. So
so it's like what it takes to get the requirements.
Yeah.
Right. How we can help you with those requirements.
Yes.
Right. And then, hey, there's people just like you. Here's some examples and their story.
Yeah.
Right. Their story and scenario of, how it was during the similar process. They did a similar process. Right.
Yes.
And then we're able to get keys to their home.
Right.
And then we go into a little bit more, we'll go into a little bit more of like expectation of the home buying process and kind of how that looks. And, I would say kind of when you take the course, you're kind of like an expert on what it is to buy a home. Yeah. I mean, that's really what it is, right? Like,
Right.
Do you want to spend 25 minutes to know more than the other person that is in maybe at the same position as you? And to your point, it's not just, you can take this course. If you're listening to us in a different state, you can take it. And we can still help you out. You know, our brokerage is in all 50 states and in Canada. Now, I think the process is a little bit different in Canada as far as like the mortgage process, but the basics of home buying is the same. And we have partners in every state. We have someone in every state. So if you're in another state, say you're listening to this and you're in, I don't know, Florida, right? You're in Washington State, you're in Nevada, Illinois, wherever. We can help you. Our team can help you all the way to the point of when it's time to start looking at homes. And then we would bring in one of our partner agents and we work together. We just don't pass you off too. So we can help you in other states as well. Now, me and Victor are not going to be flying out to that state. We might. Who knows? Shoot, maybe we'll fly out and do a key day. That'd be kind of dope. But that being said, we have some trusted partners. So if you're listening to this, yes, to work with us face-to-face, in person, Bay Area.
Yes.
But other parts of the state, I would say Bay Area, maybe even a little bit Central Valley, Sacramento area, we'd be able to help you out face-to-face. Anywhere else in the country, we can definitely work with you remotely via Zoom, FaceTime, all that stuff. But we'll be bringing in one of our partners from your area to kind of be that face-to-face person.
Yes.
And we only work with people that are similar to us too, just so you guys know.
We make sure we vet the agent and make sure that he's polished and knows exactly what they're doing.
Or she.
But yeah.
And we've done that. Like I've sent people to agents in other cities that we went through the whole process and they were ready to buy, and they wanted to buy in Las Vegas or San Antonio or something like that, just to name a few. And we have some good partner agents in those cities. Then their reputation has to match our reputation, and we go from there. But this course you can take. It is not just limited to you in the Bay Area, right? So
yep.
We're trying to help everybody.
Yep. We're conquering the world.
We're trying to help everybody obtain the knowledge to help them understand the process of home ownership. Now, let's set some expectations, Victor, before we get out of here.
Okay.
One, if you take this course, it does not mean you're going to become a homeowner. That's not what this course is about. There's no, like you said, there's no magical button that us real estate agents have to just turn everybody into a homeowner that we talk to. The lending process is the same for everybody. The buying process is the same for everybody. It's just how that information is delivered to you, what the follow-up is, and who you work with, and how they operate to maybe get you to that goal, right? Because we all do the same thing, okay? 2, you cannot just sign up for this and then take it at your convenience. It's given 3 times a week at specific times, and it starts on time. And it goes continuously, right? We do not stop. It's short and condensed, but it's short and condensed. So you have to be no distractions. You want peace and quiet. Don't schedule something. TiVo, your favorite show, or if the game's on or something like that, you go watch that after. Like, we're really asking that commitment from you to just set aside 25 minutes where you can be not distracted.
Laser focused.
And be laser focused. Have a pen and paper or your phone to take notes, right? Something where you can take notes because you're going to have questions, right? And you can even ask questions within the seminar, and sometimes they'll be answered live. Sometimes they won't, and we'll answer them after the fact. Right? And then that's it. You take the course, and then after the course, is the next steps, and we'll go over that if you take the course.
You have to take the course to learn what those steps are.
Yeah. That's
really the important part. Like, you can learn about the process, but what's next? And that's going to be determined on how committed you are.
Exactly, man. But yeah, man, super excited. Super, super excited. We've been working on this. We've been testing it out. Like, Man, we've done our due diligence on this. You know, this isn't something that
It's definitely something that we're proud of.
Yeah, we definitely-
you can see it if you're on YouTube. You can see us,
Yeah.
our expressions. If you're hearing, you can probably hear our, how excited we are. It comes through the microphone. We're just very proud here at MVP Real Estate to launch this because we know the value of it.
Yeah, it's gonna help. It's gonna help so many people. And the cool part about it is, ultimately, we want to be the ones to take you across that finish line. But if we're not, this may help you as the potential buyer understand the process better. So when you are shopping for agents that are going to help you, you understand the process. So it's going to help you vet out those that are just blowing smoke up your butt.
That's a great point.
That's a great point. Dude, we're not here. We're here to inform you. And, we have a good track record. There's no secret how real estate agents get paid. We got to sell homes. We got to help buyers. We got to help sellers, right? We have to. Like, if we don't do our job and help people like you get the keys to their first home, we have to find 9 to 5s, right? Which actually might be a little bit easier. We work more than 40 hours a week. I'll tell you that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to find that this is how we provide for our family.
Yes.
Right? So there's no secret, right? That being said, we've talked to people and shared information and went over the process with tons of people, even at our seminars, right? And I've seen those potential clients close on homes with other agents. We're not going to resonate with everybody. We're not going to be able, they're just a 2-man team. We're not going to be able to help every single person. And you know what?
That's where MVP might grow, but
yeah. But you get what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
The point I'm making is if 100 people took this and finished the course, odds are we're not going to close on we're not going to help all 100 people. Some of you may already be working with like a family member, or you already have an agent that's already touched base with you and maybe started the process. But you can take this course and it will inform you to help you understand, one, if you're being helped out correctly. Two, you'll understand the process. So if you haven't talked to agents and you start screening them, and you want to screen us too, but you start screening them, you'll be able to know what questions to ask them and understand if they're like I said, they're just BSing you or they really know what they're talking about. And hopefully it makes your process on buying a home for the first time easier and more enjoyable. Right?
Yes. Yeah, no, well, that's the goal is we want to make this as easy as possible for you because we know how stressful it could be.
We've been there.
We've been there.
We've been in your shoes.
so we take it upon ourselves and we take this very seriously because we want to provide the best possible or the best service possible. We want to win with you. When we say we're ready to win with you, we actually truly mean it.
Yeah. And there's a reason why it's called the most valuable podcast.
Yeah.
Because we like to add value. Cool. So how can they register, Victor? And then we'll end it on that note.
Well, there's different ways you're going to be able to, but we will be running ads, which if you haven't already seen by the time this is live, you're going to be able to click on the registration link. You can also reach out to us directly via DM or something like that, and we'll make it. We'll send you the link where you can register. But that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Make sure to follow us on IG at the MVP Real Estate.
TikTok.
The
MVP Real Estate.
Okay. You can follow us personally at Mark Your Realtor.
Victor.Castro __.
Yeah. And then if you're watching this on YouTube, it should have all that information under the information tab. Or like Victor said, you just shoot us a DM and we can send you the link on those on our Facebook and TikTok and Instagram profile. Under our links, there'll be a link to the registration as well. And yeah, just click the link, follow the directions, and it's really that simple. I sent you that video. I did it. I tested it, and it took me from scratch. It took what was like 2 minutes, not even like a minute,
maybe a minute,
like a minute to register on the platform that you need to, and to be ready to go and choose a date. So cool, Victor. Let's do this. MVP Real Estate First Time Homebuyer Masterclass is live. Make sure to register and sign up. And after you commit to that 25 minutes to change your life forever, we look forward to winning with you.